On Earth, people use playing cards to play a whole bunch of different strategy games. But here on Mars, instead of cards, people play with pyramids. You can play a bunch of different games with these pyramids, particularly if you get enough treehouse sets to form an ice house set. Now, if you have 5 treehouse sets, you can play all of the games in this book here called Playing with Pyramids, which has 12 really cool, totally different games for ice house pyramids. Since the pyramids come from Mars, a lot of the games have Mars as part of their theme, like Martian Hold'em, or Martian Backgammon, or Martian Chess. And now we also have Martian Coasters. That's a set of these cool little game boards that can be used along with the pyramids to play a game called Martian Coasters. Plus, they're actual drink coasters. You can put your beverage right on them. Here's an overview of how you play Martian Coasters. Each player is assigned a color. So let's say I'm red. Now I'm trying to get my red pieces back onto my home space. But the way it starts, all my 3 pieces are going to be on coasters other than my own, and I'm trying to get them all back onto my home coaster like that. Now notice, first of all, too, that the coasters have arrows on them that show which directions you can move. You can't necessarily get everywhere. You can only move along in the direction of the arrows. Here's how you set up. For a 4-player game, you take trees of 3 different colors and you put them on the coaster of the 4th color, like that. And that one like that, and like that, and like that. Now, for a 3-player game, it would look like this. And with only 2 players, it would look like this. But for the purposes of this demo, let's go back to the 4-person setup. There we are. Alright, then on your turn, you're going to roll 2 dice. You got a standard 6-sider that gives you your movement points, and then you're going to use the special treehouse die to get a wacky action. To move a piece, you need to be on top. So right now, if I'm the red player, the only one I can move is this one here. But you can get a piece out from under by using an operation called dig, which lets you move a piece right to the top of a tower like that. And again, you have to follow the arrows. So this piece here, it could move in this direction because there's an arrow, but it would not be able to go in that direction. I can't go directly to there. I'd have to go 1, 2, 3 moves if I wanted to get to that space. So you'll be moving your pieces along the board, and other people will be too. But of course, the real big fun of the game is that you have the wacky actions that you get with the die. Some of the wacky actions do other stuff, like, for example, tip stands for totally increased points. That changes your score from whatever it was to a 7. And then there's also one called wild that just lets you take one of the other choice of the actions. And there's dig that lets you do the thing where you move a piece to the top of a stack. But the other 3 all do things that change the boards. For example, there's swap that lets you take 2 of the coasters and have them trade places. Then there's aim that lets you take as many of the coasters as you want and change the way they're pointing. But my favorite is hop, which lets you pick a board up and hop it to some other location. For example, over here like this. When you hop, it's okay to have the coaster land in the same spot but in a different orientation. However, you can't hop a coaster if it breaks up the set like this. See, I can't hop this one out because it separates that. Take a look at this typical game in progress. As you can see, it's late in the game, and I, as the red player, am doing quite well. I've got 2 of my pieces already here on my home square. I just need to get my last one there, but unfortunately it's way over on the other side of the board. But hey, let's see how we do. Alright, I got a hop 6. That's exactly what I need. Look, I'm going to hop this board over here like this, rotating as I go, landing it over here like this, and now I'm going to move my big point 1, 2, 3 spaces like that, 4, 5, 6 spaces like that, and I win! So, to play the game, you need a set of Martian Coasters, and a treehouse set, and also, of course, a D6. But you may have noticed that the treehouse set has 5 colors in it, but Martian Coasters contains only 4 different colored coasters. What if you want to play with 5? We went ahead and made a 5th coaster. It's black, and you can only get it from LooneyLabs.com.